Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Searchlight Town Advisory Board meeting, October 9th, 2024. Quick disclaimer, this meeting will be audio and video recorded. Audio recordings can be found on Clark County's website, and the video recordings can be found on YouTube under Searchlight Town Advisory Board. Note, all items on the agenda may be taken out of order. The board may combine two or more agenda items for consideration. The board may remove an item from the agenda or delay discussion relating to an item at any time. No action may be taken on any matter not listed on the posted agenda. All planning and zoning matters heard at this meeting are forwarded to the Board of County Commissioners Zoning Commission or Clark County Planning Commission for final action. Please turn off or mute all cell phones and other electronic devices. Please take all private conversations outside the room. With a 48-hour advance request, the sign language interpreter or other reasonable effort to assist and accommodate persons with physical disabilities may be made available by calling 702-455-3530 or at Relay Nevada toll-free at 800-326-6868. Supporting material provided to the board members for this meeting may be requested from Tammy Harris at 702-298-0828. Supporting material will also be available at the Clark County Department of Administrative Services, 500 South Central Parkway, 6th floor, Las Vegas, Nevada. Supporting material will also be available on the county's website, clarkcountynv.gov/Searchlight tab. Board members, Kyle Myers, Chairperson, James Allen, Vice Chairperson, Kim Colton, Natalie Gaynor, and Kayla McGinnis. Secretary Tammy Harris, and County Liaison Mark Moskowitz. Well, this time I'd like to call the meeting to order. And if we get all right, so let's for the Pledge of Allegiance. Sure. The Pledge of Allegiance is our flag, and of the United States of America. The city credit for which is had in one nation, under God, indivisible, with their liberty and justice cause. Thank you. And we're moving on to roll call. Kyle Myers here. James Allen, present. Kim Colton, absent. Natalie Peter, absent. Kayla McGinnis. Okay, we have 3 members out of 5 present. And moving on to public comment. This is a period devoted to comments by the general public about items on this agenda. No discussion, action, or vote may be taken on this agenda item. You will be afforded the opportunity to speak on individual public hearing items at the time they are presented. If you wish to speak to the board about items within its jurisdiction but not appearing on this agenda, you must wait until the comments by the general public period listed at the end of this agenda. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Please step up to the speaker's podium. If applicable, clearly state your name and address, and please spell your last name for the records. If any member of the board wishes to extend the length of a presentation, it will be done by the chairperson or the board by majority vote. Check the public comment out there. Thank you. And moving on to approval of minutes for September 11th, 2024. Make a motion. And can we have a second?
Second.
And the motion was to approve. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Motion passed 3-0. And approval of the minutes for September 25th, 2024.
Make a motion.
Second. And the motion was for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion for approval 3-0. And approval of the agenda for October 9th, 2024. That will combine or delete any items. Motion to approve.
Second.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved 3-0. And moving on to informational items. Item number 1, receive a report and updates from South County Liaison Mark Moskowitz regarding the 3rd annual animal vaccine clinic held on September 28th, and any other updates from Clark County.
Perfect. Thank you, Chair. First, I want to thank everyone for coming out to the animal vaccine clinic. We had nearly 50 cats and dogs vaccinated, so another successful event. I want to thank the fire station for letting us use that area and for seeing everyone. And also on that day, we had the dental van here at the community center. They were able to see about 8 patients. They had a little snack at the end, but please let me know if that's something that you're interested in. If you would like to have that come out again, they're looking to have more people. I know I've spoken to a few members of the board to have them come out again. So we're just trying to get a full schedule. They do full service and everything. It's pretty remarkable. So that was very exciting. I want to let everyone know next month at the town board, Public Works will be here presenting on the Cottonwood Cove project. So just as a little FYI, they'll be here. It'll be the engineer on the project. So be sure to come with some questions. They'll have a little presentation and maps, all that. So good input. As always, we have our newsletter in the back. So if you'd like to get a copy of it, grab it. If you'd like an electronic copy, let us know. We can get it to you as well. And so it's got a lot of good information. Talks about the vaccine clinic as well. I also want everyone to know we have a celebrity that works at this building, Michelle Brown, made the front page of the Las Vegas Sun for the Searchlight Community Garden. I want to thank Devin back there as well. And Kyle, we had a really wonderful interview with the Las Vegas Sun, talking about how great the community garden, how it's a really good project. We made some copies in the back if you'd like to grab one and read it yourself. And if you'd like us to send you an electronic copy, we can. So we're really happy to see a great story come out on the community garden, see truly how it is a community garden. So I want to thank everyone for that. Lastly, I want to apologize this evening. I'm going to have to leave at 6:45 p.m. So I'm so sorry for that. But if you need to get a hold of me, just call me tomorrow or email me. But I have another commitment that I have to make. So I apologize for that. But I think I see all my Legos out there, so I think we're all good. But yeah.
That's so much of good stuff from Mark, Clark County. Do we have any questions for Mark? Anything from the board? Thank you, Mark. No. And item number 2, receive a report from Metro Police regarding activity and statistics during the past month and other area crime effect. Yeah. Got the report on show? Good. Thank you. James, would you like to read that one, please?
Searchlight calls for service, September 2024. September, 34 calls for service this year. Last year, 14 calls for service, so a big increase, 142%. August, 25 calls, 25 citations. In September, no DUIs. Juvenile citations, 0. Some issues at Terrible's, looks like 2, and then at the BB Hotel, 2. The first call for Terrible's was a domestic call where the parties were separated, no injuries, and officers arrived, they were gone. Second call was an injured sick person, and medical was called out. The first BB Motel call was for a subject walking around making threats, but the call was unfounded. The second call was for assist unhoused person, but the subject could not be located on that line. That was it.
Thank you. And I'm looking on to item number 3, receive a report from Ken Colton, Searchlight Volunteer Fire District regarding calls for service during the past month and with other fire prevention issues.
No, I just have one quick thing. I want to thank Searchlight Fire Station yesterday for their National Night Out and grilling all those hot dog for everyone. So it's good that they were able to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. And we have no report that they didn't hear in the fire department this month. And item number 4, receive a report from Sandra Yasinchuk for Justice Court regarding statistics and other activities during the past month. Chloe, would you like to read that one for us?
So for the month of September, there were 13 arraignments, 15 status checks, 7 all hearing trials, not to include walk-ins for traffic court, 218 new civil citations filed, 85 criminal misdemeanor citations filed, 5 probable cause, 4 new criminal complaints filed from the district attorney, 321 cases closed, and 26 new active warrants. And the criminal court date is October 8th, that passed, and the 22nd, traffic October 9th, and the 23rd. All court dates are open to the public and begin at 10 a.m.
Listen, thank you, Kayla. All right, I'm moving on to item 5, receive a report from Kathy Flanagan with Las Vegas Valley Water District regarding the status of the water system.
Good evening. Water use of September 2024 was just slightly over 4 million gallons. September 2023 was 3.2 million gallons, so it was an increase of 890,000 gallons. But our distribution department, they made a water main repair last night, and there was property with severe irrigation issues that we think account for at least half of that overage, plus a credit need that we. So none of it is surprise. And the good news is that there's some fortnightly is brought back to normal. I did want to let you know that in December, the Las Vegas Valley Water District Board will be updating or considering updates to Searchlight water concern service rules. The last time they were updated was 2008, so we're due. The changes that are being considered are following about pushing into the Las Vegas Valley Water District service rule. And and also Cottonwood Cove, which can implement over the last 4 or 5 years. So now we're bringing them to Boston that elaborate. So Kirkside, Blue Diamond, Cloud Canyon, and Laughlin, they're all doing the same draft. Just briefly, the first change dealt with restriction by chronic sexual water use. So this would prohibit using metallic water for man-made great ornamental water features, recreational park, golf court, new turf, and new dope. The other change is the implementation of significant penalties for water theft. So in a nutshell, if anyone gets caught using water or fully unhydrated without an appropriate meter, they will be for life and nine. Because of the water theft penalty, NRS required us to do a business impact statement. So on September 18th, we sent out letters and emails to all of the businesses at Searchlight, and we told them what the changes going to be. And we asked them what needs we make the curbing was done before stops the business from thriving and growing. Today I've not received any comments from any of the businesses, and that comment period ends on October 14th. A hearing for the business impact statement will be held on November 5th at the Water District's board meeting. Assuming that there's no complaint or objection, the adoption of the new service rule would happen December 3rd. And all of Virginia so would affect January 1st, 2025. That's all I have. Thanks for anyone have questions.
Any questions out there from the public? We have anything from the board? All right, thank you so much, Ed. Item number 6, receive a report and overview from Jeff Johnson, Las Vegas Valley Water District Senior Hydrologist and Nevada Division of Environment Protection and RCI regarding the source water protection plan.
Thank you. Richard name on it's talking about the water. Sorry, so I didn't say it was that word. What we said word tonight. We're gonna talk about Searchlight Community Public Water System. But it's just a public kind of water system, community source water protection. But yeah, we want to protect requirements protect the local water supply. You got to down the line to that resource. Searchlight has very wide water safety water system. That system is really, this is a lot of each spot. I'm not saying it's done 40. The Searchlight water system is really reliable and fairly robust. As you know, it uses three runs, 2 primary wells. Either one of the primary wells can sustain the entire demand for each system. The 3rd well, the backup well, and that backup well is just intermittently after you do. There's a 4th well. That 4th well is a future production one. It's drilled in place, and it would be needed at bottom line if and when it's needed. The EPA and the So the system is reliable enough that it has there. This, I did that. Sorry. The system is reliable enough that the water quality and the distribution system is maintained by the water district and then meet all federal and state standards. In addition, you guys own the centralized sewer system. That centralized sewer system helps protect the water resource. It should not then announce that pulling back the septic system. The EPA, the national US EPA and DEP and the Division of Environmental Protection have programs in place that they administer to protect the groundwater systems. And the Las Vegas Water District has initiated some of those programs. The programs have been in place for a long time. They are now called freshwater protection plans. They used to be called wellhead protection plans. Las Vegas Water District initiated the freshwater protection plan this year when NDEP approached the Las Vegas Water District and mentioned that they were going to update the overall plan for Paiute Valley as administered by the Clark County area-wide water quality report we was published in 2009. So based on that, the Las Vegas Water District acknowledged that we hadn't updated the wellhead protection plan since 2004, and we had told NDEP that we would like to participate in the Paiute Valley plan as a whole, and would therefore update our plan on our own and then move forward with that. So with that, the Las Vegas Water District updated the plan based on new hydrologic information, new information related to NDEP's database and website, and we completed that plan and presented it to NDEP as a draft. They approved the draft, and we're now presenting it to you guys. What I'm going to do now is just going to give a very high-level overview of that plan. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because you guys really don't have the time for it, but I will touch a little bit on some of the maps and stuff like that in front of me. The plan as a whole really focuses on the development of protection areas. And those protection areas are based on the groundwater system and the hydrologic condition of that groundwater system. So the maps in front of you, if I could step up here, this is the camera Searchlight. The blue lines represent the distribution system. The outlined area is the service area. The wells S2 and S3. S1 located here. S2 and S3 are the primary conduction well. S1 is the backup well. S4A is the beach conduction one. The regional groundwater flow gradient flows from the northwest to the southeast. And the concepts behind this are that we would develop protection areas which we could administer as protection areas that would protect groundwater from contamination. And that contamination can come from a true source. Top down, in other words, somebody cooks something down a well, dump oil in the well or something like that, it contaminates the groundwater. You may have spills, you can leak stuff on the ground, they can spill on the ground, you can have an accident and it spills and it leaches into the groundwater system. The other way is you can have contaminants either in the groundwater system that are already on the ground, say from septic system or something of that nature. And those septic system leach, it then infiltrates into the groundwater system. It doesn't contaminate your regional water supply. The nice thing about the Searchlight public water system is that deep wells, the depths of water are relatively deep. They're over 500 feet to water. And S2, in addition, is also deep. So what we did, Jack told us here, did a groundwater model. We looked at the capture zone and the capture zones associated with these wells. And then in addition to that, we added protection areas associated with these well sites that add additional protection for unknown conditions underground and some of that variability. Within these protection zones, then we looked at potential for contamination. We reviewed NEP's database and found that there were no discernible points of contamination for these sites. The biggest thing that these sites, of course, is these wells are within the Spirit Mountain National Monument, as well as the east is the administration by BLM, so there's very little development, very little chance for contamination. A little bit with S1. S1 is kind of in the middle of town. There are older mining claims near that, and some old adits that have a potential to contamination. So we've outlined those. The facilities that are down here all are gated, they're fenced, they're patrolled by the Los Angeles Waters by security on a regular basis, so they're very well protected. The concept here then is to administer these in a way that lets you guys, that the County Advisory Board, interact with Los Angeles Water District and Clark County to make wise land use planning decisions. And those decisions can be, as an example, do you put a gas station near S1 with an underground storage tank? What we're saying is these areas would not be that. They would be areas of protection that would help make those decisions to try to protect that regional sources of groundwater. Well, the plan also outlines detailed management strategies, and those management strategies include ongoing coordination and public involvement like we have here. It also includes outreach, through growing and things like that. And then it also works with the local programs, everything from the fire department, concerned about a health district, you guys, Clark County, NDEP, in terms of coming up with objectives and plans in order to deal with that. And then within that, we've got everything I'm talking about is outlined here. The planning team is very much like it was in 2004. It includes the Town Advisory Board. Here are all the emergency contacts. These are site-specific issues that may be around the wells themselves, and these are management strategies in order to deal with anything that may come to fruition. And then there's public education, and that public education focuses on communication to the town board like they're doing now. They might get the updates on a regular basis. And then also due billing and information, anything else you guys want. Well, in terms of process, what we've done is that this report is being reviewed by NDEP and the Los Angeles Water District. We felt it was appropriate to go to you guys. There are full copies of the report in the back of the ring for your guys' review. We're looking for your input on the program. We'll take your feedback, add it to the program, resubmit it to NDEP with those modifications. Then we'll run it through a board. Either you guys, as well as perhaps the Los Angeles Water District, for approval. Once it's adopted, then NDEP can actually come in and do what we call, what's the term, endorsement. They'll actually come around and endorse the program. And the advantage of the endorsed program is that this program is actually voluntary. Where it's important for the Los Angeles Water District to help maintain that water quality and that safe system you guys have. It also is a checkbox until they're getting some state and federal grants that a program like this is in place. And so that's why it's so important. And again, this Searchlight Community Social Water Protection Plan will be integrated into the overall Paiute Valley Plan that NDP is in the process of wrapping up, which also includes Kevin Calnavari and Tom Gardens. And so their plan incorporates that. Our plan is an appendix to that overall plan, and we would also get approved. Sorry to the rough start, you guys. Questions?
That was very thorough. Have any questions from the board? What? So are you guys just starting the process on this, or?
So not really. So NDEP approached us back in January. And so with Clark County's area-wide water quality plan that was published in 2009, they actually administer planning areas, and Searchlight is within planning area A. And so NDEP is systematically going through and trying to update and develop soil water protection areas for all the salt fluid beach water plans. And they said they were going to do that plan, and do you want to be included in that, or should they do Searchlight? We said with our information and our background, let us go ahead and update our 2004 wellhead protection plan to the community soil water protection plan. And so we've done that over like the past 9 months. And so we've interacted closely with them, and they're in the final stages of with Calnavari.
Well then. Yeah, I think it's a great program. Definitely like to keep us in the loop and updated on any progression. Do we have any questions from the public?
make a quick statement?
Absolutely.
So Ethan Mason, MVP for the record. I work with Bureau of Safe Drinking Water. I manage and run the source water protection program in the state of Nevada. I work heavily with the public water system, county boards, water boards, and local health advisory boards. We really get across the point of how we take seriously water quality across the state of that. And an important factor of this program, it is both voluntary and non-regulatory. So we deal with looking at contaminant and source of contamination that are not regulated under the EPA currently. That way we can get the best quality and best picture of your water source that they currently stand. So really, I'd like to give a big thanks to Jeff and the LBWT, the team that really took the initiative in making sure that they updated your current wellhead protection plan to a source water protection plan. That's really important because ultimately it's your bad water. The thing about the OMI's plans, they're not our plan. We do this because we think that at the local level, you can have the biggest impact on your local level. Education, outreach, funding, all come from the local level, largely here in the state of Nevada, and you guys have a lot of power whether any water. We want to get more of that power to you. There's some resources in the back if you guys need any from the state of Nevada, fact sheets and business cards, if you guys have questions about the program. Ultimately, OWB did a great job on this plan, and we look forward to working with them in the future on it as well. So you guys have the draft and review, get some comments. We like to take those in seriously, and I use RCI, our personal contractor for source water protection, back to UB as well as myself, and ensure that they not only state guidance, but they also meet their local planning that you look at your local plan, that's the QA plan, and wellhead protection fits into yourself for bars. So overall, it's a really good program for you to invest a little bit of time into. That way we can be the most reward in the end. And so thank you very much for your time. And I'll pass it off to the next speaker. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thinking. Even make actor, you gave it home the
It depends on LBBWD and how long they feel in fact it's you are
Well, it's a really good question in terms of how long do you guys have to respond. I think the real question that is how long do you need, right? It would be nice to get comments back, say by the next town board meeting, a month from now. I think that's very realistic, and then that way we can also maintain the plan that the NDPs go forward and that we're not slowing down their Paiute Valley plan as well.
Would that be like through an online submission or?
I tell you what, the best way to do is just get it back to Kat.
Yeah, any comment, my email address on the website, and on they have to stay on make sure
Thanks to that Monica. Yeah, and like I said, there are 5 copies, the 10 copies of the whole plan back there. If you guys have copies of the 4 presentations here, we should go ahead and make these if you guys have any questions.
And then so we'll be seeing you guys back around again, or?
You certainly can if you want to hear me dabble. Certainly can.
Very thorough. I love it. All right. Well, if there's no questions, we'll give the public one more opportunity. Open site. Thank you very much, guys. Okay. All right, moving on to item number 7, receive a report from Will Smith, the part-time Water Reclamation District, regarding the status of the wastewater system and water usage. James, would you like to read that one for us?
Still for September 2024, treated average is 42,000 gallons per day compared to 40,000 gallons per day last September 2023, difference of 2,000 gallons per day. No sewer interruption complaints for September. And make sure when it call before you date. Yeah.
Thanks. And moving on to item number 8, receive a report from Parks and Recreation regarding the status of programs and upcoming activities. Judgment. Okay. We don't have a report on that one. And moving on to item number 9, receive a report from Kelly Lewis, Southern County Coordinator with UNR Extension regarding the status of programs and upcoming activities.
Well, Kelly, hi, Rebecca. Okay, it is just truly a pleasure to always be up here at Searchlight. So thank you to everyone. 4-H has just been kicking butt. We have a new team group going on Friday nights now. We could start now, so when kids start to come see us Wednesdays, we have a split hunt reservations. So this is just awesome. This week we're doing archery. I think in 2 weeks we're doing fishing. We already did one fishing day. We're going to be fishing with kayaks. It was our honor to be at National Night Out. We beat for that invitation. Kelly had a great time. Our kids, our 4-H elementary school kids are finishing up robotics. It was such a pleasure today because none of them wanted to do robotics and they all played in the garden. We got 2 more weeks of robotics, so we're starting music children. Then bigger kids already have break, and then in our team group, and then some of those kids are even in their own robotics group in a separate one, where this is unreal. I did never did anything like this with my own children. So it is one of these robotics tournaments where you can actually build the robot, you're programming the robot on iPads, you have to program the robot to use specific tasks. It's easy. So Searchlight kids going to their first scrimmage. This was called First Without It, but the program that we're in is First Without It. It supports national stuff. It's very cool. Everyone, be proud of them when you see them. We on October 14th, that's next Monday, I'm going to be hosting a hike in Laughlin. We're going to be seeing a lot of labyrinths. If you've never been there, they're kind of cool. It's telling you our hike. It is a sprinkle. There is one small incline, and so they'll be really hot. So you come very prepared. Congratulations to the 2 master gardeners. And they'll pass their test. Then we can just hop back down. And so you guys have 2 new search to master gardeners on their way. Our garden is doing great. Thank you to everybody who sent Vanetta. The article was just amazing and such pride. We are still working on a couple of kinks. And, I dare say, we could be ready for like a farmer's market in 1 year, which would be demonstration.
We're going to do.
But no, it's gonna get there.
Yeah.
I do a lot of gardening in Lockwood too with those kids, and I just got some really good wives and potential for some really cool that farmers market could be in our future in a year. In us about a year, you get to see that guy. Pick self, make you come for age, make you search.
Thank you, Gunnan.
That's me.
Right. Moving on to item number 10, receive a report from Tyler Young of Searchlight Library regarding current and upcoming programs.
Hi, Michael, the assistant librarian, and typically I come here and talk about all the things that we have upcoming in the month, and I'll do that weekly. But then we're so much more than just books and video. We have so many other resources too that many people probably have no idea. I just had someone today now realize that we carried a lot of Times for your convenience. Occasionally they'll have social articles in the Lock-in Times, so that's the closest local paper to where we're at here. But we have each week's edition. I keep about a 3-month supply of them before I get started. So for this month, Thursday is craft day. So at 11:30, we have different crafts all month long, primarily Halloween themed because of the month this month. I want to focus specifically on the one we have on Thursday, the 24th. We have an excerpt coming in that's going to be helping you make a rustic American flag. So that's a special event. That's the day to typically just have standard painting, but this is going to be a special painting event where the next to come help everybody out with that. And that's on Thursday, the 24th of October. Saturdays is movie afternoons. We have different Halloween-themed movies all month long at 2 p.m. And we have popcorn and beverages for enjoyment. On Friday, October 18th, we're going to have a professional come help you with your finances. It's a money-wise workshop. This is someone who is a particular expert in that field of financial awareness, and that'll be at 3 p.m. on Friday the 18th, which is after the hours will normally open, but it's a special event, so we will obviously be open at that time, and that can be fun that day. So what do we have other than the books and the videos? Well, we have feminine hygiene products for ladies available, 2 different varieties. And you can say, I'm here to see Maryland. That's the code to tell us. So we can provide these, and they come in this packet, and I think it's got maybe roughly a month's worth of feminine hygiene products. With my understanding, they don't have available for sale anywhere in this town. So then see the library. That, and there's something else we have is state park passes. You're good for 1 week from the time you check them out, and they're good at every state park throughout the entire state of Nevada. If you do go to Big Bend, however, in Washington, they are reasonably requiring you make advanced reservations. But if you go anywhere other than there, you can just present this pass. It's inside and locked, but inside it's the actual pass, and you get it completely for free. And that's just for 1 week from the time you check it out. We also have health kits where you can check your blood pressure. It's got a touchless thermometer and a fingertip pulse oximeter, and these are free to check out. I'm not sure the duration of time. I'm guessing a week, but as soon as you want to check your health, this is something in return back to it. Obviously, we're putting it early for the next person to use, but we had a couple of health kits available if you're interested in that. And then you want to take that winter road trip, we have road atlases available for rent. We have more than one, so don't be afraid to check one out and return it 1 week later. But if you want to travel and you don't have a road map of yourself and you don't like the GPSs that always direct you into the wrong place, the maps are the good old maps for the way to go. So, do I have any questions?
Any questions back there for the Searchlight Library? Any questions from the board? All right, thank you so much.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you.
Item number 11, receive a report from Kyle Myers regarding current road conditions and public works concerns. Mark already mentioned that Public Works will be out at the next board meeting to discuss the Cottonwood Cove project. Last month, I had reported multiple potholes on Cottonwood Cove Road between the mile markers 3 and 6. And that's all I have for my report. Is there any questions from the public? Consent? From the board? Good night. Thank you. And item number 12, announcements of upcoming neighborhood meetings and county or community meetings and events. Any announcements out there from the board? None. Index. On to item 13, announcement. Applications are available until November 14th, 2024 for appointments by the Clark County Board of County Commissioners to serve on the Searchlight County Advisory Board for a 2-year term in January 2025. And in the discussion item, so is there anybody have any questions about that application process? There's also flyers on the back table there. With all the information along with the applications.
Yeah, so the current board members, do they need to reapply?
Yes, when? Okay, well, moving on to Cottonwood Cove. Tonight we do not have any. And general business, we have one item to be this fiscal year 2026 budget request and take public input regarding suggestions for fiscal year 2026 budget request. I won't say that, but
So I'll just say, so this we do this every year. It's more or less a wish list of items that the Searchlight Town Board ranks. And then what's really nice one is that they rank them, and then I, as the liaison commissioner, take it and go to each department and let them know what's of interest, what Searchlight's looking to do. A lot of times there's some that we can get done right away. There's other that maybe are bigger projects that we'll put on a capital improvement plan for maybe a few years out. So this is a really good thing, but like I said, it is a wish list and we work together really well with it. So that's a month.
thank you, Mark. We had the gardens. Yeah, we did have the garden on there, so, and the splash pad. So it's not impossible. And the park. And the park, that's right. Done quite a few things done over the years, and just keep the list going and hopefully we can get more done. So there's keep the conversation to the board at first, and then we'll turn it over to the public in a moment. Have you guys been able to review the peer request from last year?
They do the same ones.
They are. So tonight we're kind of just discussing it, seeing if we want to make any adjustments, removing things or adding things, and then at our next meeting we will be finalizing in November. And then sending it off. So, I did have some suggestions if you guys don't. So we did have the fight racks for Rexdale on there, the bathroom and storage for Rexdale on there, and second parking lot for Rexdale on there. I just think those are a little far-fetched at the moment. We're not them really in the park. Maybe that should come at a later date, and we should focus on, smaller items that would bring more activities to the park before we bring the bathroom and all that to the park. And then there are actually 2 bike racks already installed in the parking lot there. So I would like to remove those 3. And I had 2 suggestions to replace 2 out of the 3. With the Cottonwood Cove project coming around the corner. One item I'd like to add on would be speed limit radar signs for Cottonwood Cove Road. Towards the first intersection as you come up Highway 95 and the first intersection coming from Lake Mojave. So it's on both sides of town there. Everyone coming into town on Cottonwood Cove Road will be a notice with the speed limit. I think that would increase safety and slow down vehicles that are speeding, especially in the spring and summer months. And then you have something to say, kid?
I was just thinking too, and I don't know if there could maybe be in lieu with that, or maybe on the Cottonwood Cove project we can talk about next month, is like how we have the crosswalks flashers, maybe having one there, like on the park, to go across. I don't know. Maybe just an idea to
Yeah, I mean,
have the Cove project.
yeah, absolutely. I have brought that up in the past, and so what happens is they do a traffic study, and then they base it off of the traffic. In my personal opinion, I think they pick the worst times ever to do these studies, where there's very low traffic, late winter, stuff like that. But unfortunately, the results of their studies are the results. But if you guys are open to throwing that on there, I'm not opposed.
Sure. And we can always redo another topic study. We've got Andrew Benham, traffic safety. He's gotten some new programs that kind of pull more broad data. So we'll like what I love to do is I run right away and talk to them a lot about these. So that's a good one as well. Could like to bring up.
And so you're talking about like right there by the big store, argument, or the or closer
I feel like I see more often like
on the
with
opposite
the
side.
park, going to the park. So yeah, either side, and then before the big store or after.
Okay. So should we specify which one, or could we kind of like
Then
just put it out there either of those intersections? Or
Yeah, I think that's okay. You want to list intersections, that's good as well. They'll normally do the traffic study, like you said, or do you want it to be more broad? I think being specific actually helps a lot,
Okay.
And then they can maybe look at the data and say, well, actually, this is maybe a better spot, or this should be.
and that was just a thought.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I feel like
sure. No, I mean, this is the time. I mean, if you want to put it on here, it's on there, and so I mean, that's up to you guys. I'm fine with it. And then so for the record, that would be Cottonwood Cove Road intersection with Nevada Street and Cottonwood Cove intersection with Lincoln Street. And then my last addition would be for 3 more Cottonwood Cove Road forward street lights. We did get numerous street lights put up a few years ago. Unfortunately, it's not all the ones we need. But I feel with the sidewalk and stuff coming on Cottonwood Cove, so it might be a good idea to kind of brighten up this more eastern side here towards the community center. And specifically, there would be one street light at the Cottonwood Cove Road and Washington Street intersection, one installed at the Cottonwood Cove Road and Harry Reid Road intersection, and then one installed on Cottonwood Cove Road, just west of the flood channel parcel, which should be where the culvert is installed on Cottonwood Cove. And those would be all my suggestions to the budget request for 2026. Do you guys have any that you'd like to remove or add, or outside of the ones?
See, the teen center's still here. Like, back that.
It is.
That's the big one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so fine with the rest of the ones on our list from last year. The only one that I wanted to remove, or I would suggest to remove, would be the bike racks, the bathroom and storage of the part, and then the second, the gas line road relocation and parking lot would be the only one that I would suggest to remove. But if you see others that you'd like to remove, or something would like to see on them.
Beth, could you give me a quick history on what has happened? We don't have to go too far into discussion, but on what has happened with the downpour request?
Okay, so that was brought up by the Searchlight organization a few years back. We were planning on applying for a grant called Park for Your Park, where they will donate, I believe, I'm not mistaken, it was up to $25,000 for a new dog park. And the CEO got the quote from Silverlands LLC, just the people who did the initial part of Kibach Ball Court for us. And they had given us plans, and at the time, at least, they gave us a small plan and a larger plan. At the time, the smaller plan was about 28,000, and the larger plan was, I want to say, about 35,000. And at the SEO, it comes to the board to request additional funding as we went to apply for the grants, and I mean, lengthy discussions ensued, and the people at the time were, wanting a dog park, at least the people that attended at that meeting. So we just kind of shelved it, with the CEO shelved it. And in regards to the board, I don't think there's been any planning or action with a dog park.
No, not the reason. I know we're waiting for the spot plan to go in and maybe reevaluate. So we can always throw it on if there's interest again, or we can continue to work through with other grants or other opportunities too. So
yeah, and absolutely. Is that something we want to possibly put on to the request?
Would it help? Or I guess if you guys know the history, would it help bring it back up for discussion early on here, and then it get figured out a different route?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel it was a mixed bag before the last time we talked about it. There was a handful of people for it, and then the opposite. But I mean, we can always bring up the conversation by putting it on here, and I'm sure we'll get some feedback from the audience in a moment.
Just another.
Yeah, absolutely. So, James, do you have anything you want to add before I turn it over to the public?
Not this time, no.
With the sun. All right, so I'm gonna open the discussion to the public. Do we have the last year's request out on the table back there? Okay, so if you guys have them, you see what we did last year. If you have any comments or suggestions, please come up to the speaker's phone.
I just say it here. I think we have enough dogs in this town to justify a dog park.
Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the comment. I got dogs myself, so all the bias here.
Where would it be?
What's that?
Where would they be?
So where we had planned before, there's a section actually right at the end of this road here, Michael Wendell Way. When you go up past the school, there's a large empty area at the end of the street. We were going to have it right there, as close to the walking trail. That made sense without getting too close into it. Because what's planned there now is we try to squeeze it in between the walking trail and I guess it's essentially planned to be a cul-de-sac or turnaround at the end of the street. So we were trying to fit it in between there so it didn't mess with the master plan in a negative way. So they didn't come back at it. So
Would they provide you new bags for the dogs?
So if a dog park were to be built, I would imagine yes, they do for our parks now, and so for it to be a dog park, then I believe so, yes. So were there any other concerns or suggestions regarding the please, Tim?
If I'm about to
Talk, yeah.
did you say that $25,000 worth of dogs?
A smaller one, the smaller blueprint we had was up to 25,000. Yes.
First, the base design was, I mean, they go somewhere else into the dog, but very few people really didn't take care of it well. They too long. That was like 5 different things that was then else.
Sure. And I'm not disagreeing with that. And it could just be, we only got one quote as well. So I mean, speaking at the Searchlight Bedman organization, I mean, there's probably smaller options we could do if that's something we wanted to continue on with. Yeah. I know there was some talk a couple of years ago too about trying to incorporate a dog park into our regular town park, and I do oppose that idea. I think that's a wise decision with kind of wood park. But do we have any other? Yes, so that's what's been on our list for a few years now. Is to demolish the old King Center and create for future use. Okay. Yeah, because from what I understand, it's still us. That's why we came.
Okay.
Anybody else? All right.
Okay.
Really?
You can make an upgrade of some sort. Pedestrian.
Yeah, we're talking about a walkover bridge between senior center, just straight across. It seems like a safer way to get across that street. And it was by blinking light, and we can walk over, but I slip them very fast, and them, offerings in Lily chairs I've seen these days start we can have a walkover, and I think of an awfully, as well, and I will order back. When they did the survey, the traffic coming out from the south, while that rise, when you come to the here, we couldn't get a crosswalk there. That's why I put it down. But we did something else that is very dangerous. I have put anything Firefox from big stores on to insert the traffic to the back. And as far as the thing, the walkway kind of take me, that would be nice, but I shouldn't see that happen. So, and get them a that's a problem. Big dog.
I absolutely agree with all those statements. I think a pedestrian bridge over the highway would bring in a lot more than just a county request, though. I think that would have to do very heavily with NDOT And I think the county will may be involved when it comes to like right away location. I do like the idea. I just don't feel it might be very appropriate for this list.
Look at that up in getting alive. Not the Grinch, the one. All other actual thing alive. Okay.
At Highway 164. So we had a gentleman from NDOT here early this year, who was discussing the plan for what maybe be the highway, which I believe is next year, possibly 2026. He had submitted that concern because that got brought up in those conversations, and he had submitted that concern back to NDOT, and they were supposed to follow up with a separate study. I haven't received any answers about or if that study happened. But last we heard, that study was to be performed at the location for a traffic light.
We can meet check that again has to be
Sure.
that high. Does that make all the bottom? What's that should good?
And I feel like we all know the traffic's only going to get more heavier, especially when the Amazon warehouse is coming out and new gas station.
Yeah. So the pedestrian bridge and the traffic light study at the Highway 95 and 164 intersection will follow up with the possibilities on that with NDOT. Okay. And is that all from Republic? Okay. I'm going to bring it back closer to the public, bring it back to the board. How do you guys, how do you want to approach the dog park situation?
So for the dog park, those funds were grant, actually, SDL.
So at the time, which I want to say it was 2019, 2020-ish, when we did that,
Like a big company or
it was a contracting company out of Las Vegas, a larger company was,
when it would SDL, they found a grant for that, or just,
no, that we just received a proposal. We were gonna turn in for the grant, which is for a certain amount. I think we go just slightly short, and we had pledged a certain amount of funds, and then we came to the board to ask for the rest, and then we kind of just backed up the project with the response that we got.
was it $50,000? Was that the issue, or was it just the park itself?
Well, the park itself was a huge, sort of an echo of Jones' comment. There's a lot of, we can do this, we could do this, we could do that. Why would we the dog park right now? Right, mostly. And it is a heavy cost, especially with, the kind of curve for, that brings a lot of costs. So, and there's the fence, and the little dog bite and stuff, all that.
Was the grants that you were looking at, I mean, when they companies or corporations?
It's from it's called Bark for Your Park grant.
Okay, so it's not really taxpayer.
No, it's from a large I want to say dog food company that sponsors the grant. I'd have to revisit that. But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with putting it on or leaving it off. If it's a county project, obviously it's gonna be good type from what the SEO looked at. Yeah.
What?
All right.
And that's not to be agreeing with no matter which list that they're in, things that are higher priority. Where I guess it was just the future or to keep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Which whether that is going through a grant later on and then coming back to the board, but then week through.
right. Yeah. I mean, the SBO was still interested last I know, but like I said, the SBO just kind of showed the whole thing after, the last response, but I mean, we can leave it off for now and visit it in the future. And, we can complete some of these larger ones, maybe we could squeeze it in the future. Okay. And so the speed limit radar signs, the Cottonwood Cove, forward street lights, and the proposed intersections on Cottonwood Cove, we want to add those. And we want to remove bike racks, bathroom, and gas line wood relocation from the works. I'll deal with that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a motion, try to simplify this so it's not like a whole page. Like a motion that we remove the Rexdale bike racks, the Rexdale bathroom and storage, and the Rexdale gas line road relocation and parking lot from the Searchlight budget requests, and add the speed limit radar signs, Cottonwood Cove Road solar street lights, and Cottonwood Cove Road crosswalk and Nevada Street intersection and Lincoln Street intersection.
Motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Motion passed 3-0.
I think the next meeting will be
Next meeting will be, Saturday. So I know last year there was a little bit of confusion. So do we want to do number 1 as the motion for doing, and then go our way down to 10? Or the inverse of that?
oh,
One's the most important. So we'll go with the one's the most important down to 10.
All right, so you want to do your prioritizing next meeting and then
You got a balance, like yours a balance here, actually, last meeting. Did we do both at the next one?
next, I have to go back and put it in order as a priority.
Gotcha.
So if you want to
Kind of do it.
set me on priority list, that guy could be able to get that county money.
Okay. I'm good with that. Are you guys? We'll send it to her. Okay. Okay, perfect. Well, if you like, I could update it with the new items and the old ones off, and then yes. Okay, perfect. There. Okay. Thank you, everyone. And then moving on to comments by the general public. A period devoted to comments by the general public about matters relevant for the board's jurisdiction will be held. No discussion, action, or vote may be taken on this agenda item. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Please step up to the speaker's podium, and if applicable, clearly state your name and address, and please spell your last name for the record. If any member of the board wishes to extend the length of a presentation, this will be done by the chairperson or the board by majority vote. Anything out there? Oh, Judy?
Three Benboard, Grandpa's Road, to get some stuff there. Is this working? Go take it off. I should have mentioned these under announcements, but these are things that friends of the Vico May, every first Saturday, we have gathering out at Walking Box Ranch and a sneaker, and that we don't have landscape working. And there's time there'll be house tours, and then like between 9 and 12. And the next one will be November 2nd. There was a good crowd last week, and Equinox had come out and nerds and gravel to fill some holes and the parking lot, and drilled holes to put in some posts over at We Found to prevent random camping. And on November 16th, we'll have, Las Vegas Astronomy Club out there with telescopes. And I recommend you go to our website and sign out for any of the events in Maku at camp. On another item, Petro's not here, but I want to thank them. An officer didn't go out to bring the squatters are off Grandpa's Road. There are actually it's a little micro back in there. And the candidate done, but so far Clark County Animal Control sent out 3 times because there are gene zones out there. Metro sent out 1, and I believe zoning is coming out on the 22nd. So maybe we can, and BLM may come out because I think all the stuff that moved out there, probably some of it spilled over into BLM land instead of it's being private parcels for people who have either passed or don't live on pickers. The Metro and Clark County Animal Control and now zoning are all looking into it. So maybe we'll get some action. Thank you.
That's good news. Thank you, Judy. Anybody else out there? Public comment? Alrighty. So our next meeting is November 13th, 2024. And at this time, I'd like to motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye, meeting adjourned. Thanks for coming, everybody.